Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, right, Natch? Ready for anything? I'm Rob, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
A little Spanish feel there to start the morning. How are you doing out there, friends? You're listening to the ProBoh Show. Welcome. If you're listening live, it's currently 8:30 Central European Time. Big hello to Born to Iron Man, to Min, to Pedro. Oh my God, guys, if you want to join the amazing live audience right now, you just go to twitch.tv/professional bohemian. And here I am. Born to Iron Man says, let's see, we've got the usual good mornings, but then Born to Iron Man comes straight in with a question. Isn't Coke the show sponsor anymore? we have to look for another one for this green bottle. Yeah, I was drinking a Coke on the stream the other night, Natch, and they accused me of selling out. Today's show brought to you by water. It's equally as good to drink as it is to wash your body. What great substance. Water. Proud sponsors of today's ProBoh Show. How you doing, friends? Let me tell you what's coming up in today's show. Oh my God, I asked 100 humans to tell me an article of clothing that is unisex. That isn't classed neither masculine nor feminine. A piece of clothing worn by both men and women. And we got their answers. We're going to look at possums in Complete the News, and if we have enough time, also go to my home of Yorkshire for some amazing rail news. News about trains. Oh, sounds so exciting, doesn't it, Natch? and then in the first part of the show, we have an amazing unpopular opinion about work. I actually don't know what the results were on Instagram, Natch. Oh, wait, now I do. I see you guys, because as soon as I kind of make a note of what the results of the poll is, like 10 people vote and it changes. Okay. 56. All right. So, yeah, fun-packed show, guys. Fun-packed show. How are you doing out there? Guys, do join us live. It's the best way to consume the show. But if you're an extra specially amazing, sexy, intelligent human, you're probably downloading the podcast. And I appreciate you, friends. I appreciate you angelic beings. I don't know when or where you listen to the podcast. It's unknowable, like God. Do you know what I mean, Natch? the way they behave, it's mysterious, But we appreciate them just the same. Good morning, Bridge. How are you doing? All right. Let's get into the show. Natch, something I said I wasn't going to talk about. We're going to talk about it. So I received a really weird compliment yesterday. In a very professional setting. I received a very weird compliment. That compliment was, good news. Good news. You've lost weight. Believe it or not, I wasn't talking to a doctor. I was talking to, I don't want to tell you, but good news, you've lost weight. And, I'm a little disappointed because Natch said this is common among posh Spanish speakers, right?
Yeah, posh and elderly people.
Posh and elderly people.
Ya les da igual todo.
Okay. So apparently to comment on someone's weight is, and I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed that, I wasn't being sexually objectified. It could have been taken further. Your ass looks nice in those jeans. I would have even taken something like that. But that's one of the biggest differences between Spanish and Anglo culture. Like in Spain, I've noticed not just posh people. Cuando hay confianza, when there's a little bit of, when there's a little bit of trust between two people, you feel really open about commenting on a person's weight, the way they dress. Would you say that's accurate, Natch?
Yes, but you have to be careful. Yes.
I mean, way more than in Anglo culture. Because for your interactions with Anglos, Natch, what we do is we pretend fat people don't exist. That's what we do. That's how we interact. Fat? No. You're not fat. Yeah. So yeah, I received the weirdest compliment. Congratulations, seems like you've lost weight. And I completely, like, not only am I bad at compliments, Natch, I'm bad at reacting to compliments. Like, men don't get compliments. We don't, we just simply exist. Like now I'm single, the last hug I had was like a month ago. That's what it is to be a man. Like, if you're a single man, you just forget about it. So receiving a compliment, it just, like, threw me off. My head went beetroot red. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about going back to the gym. Man, weird. Let's see what people are saying. A Spanish saying, donde hay confianza da asco. We say in English, familiarity breeds contempt. Most people would say that was Nivelazo worthy, but Natch has higher standards. That was a weird thing that happened to me yesterday. A weird comment in a business setting. Congratulations. Some good news for you. You lost some weight. It's good. It's actually nice to hear, because I don't know if I have actually lost weight. I can see my feet now when I'm stood up, which is a sign of success. All right. Anyway, let's get into some news. Guys, you guys are making it hard for me to find news, because all the interesting news revolves around artificial intelligence. And I hear you complaining, AI is the new Elon Musk. But that's where all the interesting news is at. So, before we get into things AI related, I wanted to talk a little bit about the movie industry. Natch, I think we're starting to see a shift in the movie industry. Have you seen the Mario movie yet?
Not yet.
But you will see it.
I will. Mm-hmm.
I will see it too. Have you been watching The Last of Us on HBO?
No.
Would you if you had HBO?
I have it, but I don't have too much time.
Okay. I think we're seeing we're seeing the birth of a movie industry based around video games. I think that's happening now. I think we're starting to see the end of the superhero era and the beginning of the video game era. What do you guys think in the chat? Mario, just so you know, Mario is on track to make $1 billion in the box office. That's no joke, man. $1 billion. Min says, to be fair, the amount of fat people in the UK is so high that you'd constantly be taking if you... I can't read that, Min. I don't know what that says. You'd constantly be taking if you had to comment on it. You'd constantly be talking if you had to comment on it. Yeah. No, we in the UK, we pretend fat people don't exist. In the UK and America, we just pretend that doesn't exist. You are beautiful. You're so beautiful. And let's be honest, a man cat call, we don't have the right, Natch, to comment on anyone's appearance. Especially a single man. You can't comment on it. Especially when it comes towards looking for a sexual partner. I mean, a woman can say, I want him to be over 6 foot, like Andrea. Has to be tall. He has to be tall. He has to be creative. Like, a man is not allowed to have standards. She has to have a pulse. Anyway, I'm joking. I know I'm going to get messages about that comment. Whatever. I don't care. Your anger makes me more powerful, and your tears are delicious. So yeah, I think we're going to see a renaissance of, well, not even a renaissance, because video game movies have classically been garbage. But I think we're starting to see a birth of a whole new movie industry based around video games, thanks to the success of The Last of Us, which I haven't seen yet. I've played the game many times. I played the first Last of Us maybe like 3 or 4 times. It's amazing. I haven't seen the show yet. I'm waiting until it's all finished and I can binge watch it. But amazingly successful, apparently. Pedro Pascal's amazing in it. The girl who plays the other title role is really amazing in it. So yeah. I mean, what is your? Have you ever been a video game kind of aficionado, Natch?
Yes, I had when I was young, I played constantly. Well, my Super NES and my Master Systems before that.
So
Yeah.
so Sonic and Mario have been covered now.
Sonic and Mario, and I played a lot. One of my favorite games was Mario Kart, of course.
Oh, dude, come on.
Yeah, and
Didn't you ever find it strange that, like, you know, Bowser would kidnap his best friend Princess, yet in the very next game they were just playing go-karts together, like nothing happened. It's like, what's up, Mario? It's like, I get it, forgive and forget, but let's, you know, the guy's a criminal. The guy's a criminal. So if you could make the next video game movie, what would it be? Yeah, it's hard with the older games.
God of War. One of my favorite games.
Oh wow, dude, God of War. I think Natch for head of Warner Brothers. Come on, God of War would be an amazing game. It seems to me that the best properties to convert into video games are either ones with into movies, are either ones with very little story. You know, like Mario, for example. You know, you just jump up and down, someone's kidnapped, whatever. Or you eat magic mushrooms. My favorite part of Mario. You know, condoning drug use. That or ones with a very linear story, just like The Last of Us, like God of War. Wow, God of War, dude, come on. I was a little disappointed with the Uncharted movie. Could have been better, but I loved the Sonic movie and apparently the Mario movie. On track to make $1 billion, folks. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Yeah, sorry. No worries. Pedro says, I'm not a gamer now, but I did enjoy Mario decades ago, so I will see the movie. The Last of Us is a great show, even though I never played the game. Funny thing is that my oldest son didn't want to watch it with me in order to avoid spoiling the game. That's absurd. Can I tell you something, Pedro? That was Pedro from Instagram, by the way, the famous Pedro from Instagram. If I hadn't played the game, I would be with your son. If I was like halfway through the game, I would not want to watch the show because the game is so good. The game is so good. Produced by Naughty Dog, the same guys who made the Uncharted game. And wow, it's a very adult, very hard story. It's not something that's easy to watch. It's the kind of thing that kind of challenges your ethics. And that's it's the best kind of media property. It's something that challenges you to question your own ethics. Something that I try to do in this show with my unpopular opinions, you know. Min says, yeah, God of War would be great. BioShock. Oh, guys. BioShock is a great game. Like a horror sci-fi game. Kind of steampunky. If you don't know what steampunk is, just Google it. It's like a retro-futuristic kind of style. Warhammer 40k. There is a Warhammer movie coming out. And I believe Henry Cavill is attached to one of the roles. Warhammer, I believe, is a tabletop game. Do you know what I did watch? Oh, do you know what I did watch? The new Dungeons and Dragons movie. Oh my God, it's great. Just when you thought they couldn't make adventure movies anymore. Dude, the new Dungeons and Dragons movie, dude, if I was a 10-year-old, I would be going insane over this film. And as an adult, it hit all the perfect beats for me to enjoy it. Natch, there's a recommendation there. The Dungeons and Dragons movie. Really, really great. Still in cinemas with Chris Pine from Star Trek. One of the Hollywood Chris's. You know, the boilerplate Chris? You know? One of those. And other actors. Yeah, no, but a great film. A really great film. Overwatch hints at a bigger story in their shorts, although the game itself doesn't really cover it. Lots of potential. Well, I think those are the two. Like an open world game like Grand Theft Auto would not really lend itself to a long form kind of video content, like a movie. Because the best part about that game is the exploration you do outside of the main story, right? Whereas these more linear games, or games with a completely open story, like Lego, for example. The Lego movie was fantastic. If Lego had a story behind the blocks, it wouldn't have been as fun. The fun part was the creativity and the builders and everything. Oh my God, Natch, I've just eaten half of the show. I haven't spoken once about AI. Oh my God, let me just check my pulse. Am I well? Yes, I'm well. Okay, so do you want to... Yeah, let's go to some AI news. The Sony World Photography Award. You know the Sony World Photography Award 2023? No, Natch, me neither. I heard about it today too. The winner of the Sony World Photography Award refused the prize because he revealed it was an AI creation. This is a true story. This is coming from the BBC. This is photography news, not AI news. Calm yourselves. The winner of a major photography award has refused his prize after revealing his work was in fact an AI creation. German artist Boris surname. I can't pronounce his surname, Natch. It's way too difficult for 8:30 in the morning. Eldagsen. Okay, let's pretend that's correct pronunciation. Entitled Pseudonesia, the electrician won the Creative Open category last week in Sony's World Photography Award. He said he used the picture to test the competition and to create discussion about the future of photography. Organisers of the award told BBC News that he had misled them about the extent of that AI would be involved. Yeah, and apparently the thing was completely created by AI, won a photography award. Dude, if you don't think that AI is going to have massive implications in photography, in all the visual arts, you are completely mistaken. Completely. Will it make art disappear? No. Will I stop drawing and painting? No. Why? Because I enjoy drawing and painting. Like illustrators and painters will never go away because it's, it's something people enjoy. And I believe, and it is a prediction for the future, Natch, I think we will enter an era where artisans, where we will start to value things that are specifically made by humans. We'll value it more than we do right now. All those little minor tasks, design me a poster for my event, all that crap, that'll be done by AI, and the real artists will survive. That's my prediction. Tanto con música, just like with music, art, writing, all these things. When you know that a human's behind it, you will value it more. I mean, that's already happening. That's already been proven by studies. I can't remember who performed the study, but apparently they gave people the same picture. One group they told it was an AI creation. Another group they told it was a human creation. And the people who were told it was a human creation valued that image higher. I mean, obviously. Talk about a scientific study to reveal common sense. Am I right? Okay, let's see. Emily's here. How are you doing, Emily? Also, Arcane, based on League of Legends, showed your story doesn't have to be strictly based on your game. I haven't seen Arcane. I believe that's a Netflix show, I think. But yeah, also based on a video game. We're starting to see it happening. Goodbye, superheroes. Does Disney own any video game properties? I don't think it does. Oh, Disney. Oh, Disney. How long before Disney buys Sony? How long do you think? So they can get back Spider-Man. Spider-Man in Spanish. So they can get back Spider-Man and own some video game properties. Hey, watch this space. I bet you that happens. Let's see. Good morning, Rob. You really challenge my temporal ability. Retro-futuristic? Yeah. Steampunk. How do you say steampunk in Spanish? Steampunk. I'm sorry, Spaniards. I'm sorry. Oh my God, we've got to go to the... wait, one second. Let me just catch up with the comments. Min says, Arcane was definitely a big player in movies or series based on video games. I think it was one of the first ones to be extremely successful and well received. You know what, guys? You're doing God's work right now. Emily says, I doubt it. Disney does. They have Star Wars. But Star Wars isn't really a video game property. There have been video games based on the movies. Do you know what I mean? There is tons of literature around what they've done in video games. The video games have been based on that literature. Okay, you know what we're going to do, friends? You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
All right, guys, what's an unpopular opinion? It's a brain fart, un pedo cerebral, and I share it with you on my social media. Today's, and you vote. If you want to take part in that preliminary voting, it's very easy. All you have to do is go to Instagram at Professional Bohemian. You find me there, and in my stories, you can vote. Today's was, it's better to have a job you hate. Es mejor tener un trabajo que odias. Right? Is that good?
¿Será posible? Vaya nivelazo.
It's better to have a job you hate than no job. Woo! Yeah, this is a tough one today. It's better to have a job you hate than no job. How do you think people voted, Natch?
Oh, I think they said yes.
True. Mm-hmm. And do you think it's by a big margin?
No.
All right. Natch, you nailed it. 56% of people said true. 56% of people said true. I honestly thought that it would be a way bigger margin. I thought way more people would agree with that than actually did. And, a lot of people voted. Let's go to some messages I received. I get it. Having a job you hate can be a pain, but at least you're bringing in some dough, some money. No job means no cash. Life's too short to be stuck. This is another one. This one's obviously a millennial. Millennial or younger. No, I'm joking, millennials. I love you. Okay, here we go. Life's too short to be stuck in a job you can't stand. I'd rather be out there hustling and finding my passion than hating every minute of my day. Jobless doesn't mean hopeless. Ooh. All right. Okay. Smells to me like someone who's getting an allowance from their parents. No offense. Please keep on writing to me. I feel like having a job you despise just drains your energy, and that's not cool. We got to look after ourselves. So if it means being unemployed for a bit to find our balance, then so be it. Oh my God, this does not fly with my generation. I think this is a real generational type question. Let's go over some pros and cons, friends. Let's go over some pros and cons. Pros: it's better to have a job you hate than no job. Okay. Having a job, even one you dislike, provides financial stability, allowing you to cover basic needs and maintain a certain standard of living. A job can provide structure and routine, which can be beneficial for mental health and overall well-being. Even a job you dislike, there are opportunities for social interaction, which can alleviate feelings of isolation and loneliness. Maintaining a job, even if it's not ideal, can prevent gaps in your resume, making it easier to secure future employment opportunities. Those are 4 points agreeing with the statement. It's better to have a job you hate than no job. Okay, disagreeing with the statement. Here we go. Being in a job you hate can lead to stress, burnout, and unhappiness, negatively affecting your mental health and overall well-being. Staying in a job you dislike may prevent you from pursuing more fulfilling opportunities or investing time in personal development, networking, or job searching. Disliking your job can result in poor performance, potentially damaging your reputation or leading to difficulties in future job searches. And finally, talking about quality of life, disagreeing with the statement. The emotional toll of working in a job you hate can spill over into other areas of your life, impacting relationships, hobbies, and general life satisfaction. Do you know what makes this so difficult, Natch? It's hard to find a bad argument in both the truths and the falses. Let me tell you something, friends. I love my job in equal measure that I hate my job. I love this. I love the lunchtime show. I love working with Natch. And there's a lot of things sprinkled around there that I absolutely despise. Let me tell you something, guys. If you enjoyed your work, they wouldn't pay you for it. You're making an exchange for your time, time for money. That's it. That's all you do. You're selling your time for money. And yeah, is it unpleasant? It is most of the time. Let me tell you something. I've never had a job I've enjoyed. When I was on the Canary Islands, I was making a lot of money. I was one of the first people to focus in on online digital marketing and content creation. Dude, Me forro. No, me he forrado. Oh, Natch, thank you. Oh, I got the thumbs
¿Será
up.
posible? Vaya nivelazo.
I took a year off, spent all that cash, and became poor again. But let me tell you something. Oh, man, really? Oh, God, I was enjoying that. Let me tell you something. Complained every single day that I was working. Arguably the richest I've ever been in my life. Yeah, nobody likes their job. Really? Nobody does. Or do they? Guys, I'm going to post a poll in the chat. You're going to tell me, is it better to have a job you hate than no job at all? I'm not going to tell you. You're going to tell me. The post will go up in the chat. I will read all your amazing comments in just a few minutes. Friends, let me tell you something. So many things you could have been doing today, but instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world, guys. We'll see you in a few minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show. If you're watching live, you still have around a minute and a few seconds to vote on the poll. Is it better to have a job you hate than no job at all? Difficult. The answer will surprise you. You can't do clickbait on radio, Natch. It doesn't work. There's no clicking. All right, so yeah, if you're just tuning in, what have you missed? Let me tell you. We looked at, we actually spoke for ages about how appropriate or not it is to let someone know that they've lost weight. Thank you. It's appropriate with me. I appreciate all the encouragement I can get. And then we moved on to talk about video games in media and how we're starting to see like a renaissance of video games in TV and movies. And let me actually scroll up because there were some comments regarding that. Emily was speaking about some video game properties they do actually own related to Star Wars, which is true. Jedi Survivor, right? I believe is the video game. With Cal Kestis or something like that. I believe that character will eventually make its way into the wider Star Wars movie universe, because the actual character in the video game looks so much like the actor who voices him. And then we moved on to look at the Sony Photography Award, the Sony World Photography Award, where the winner of the 2023 award refused the prize because they created the photograph 100% using artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? This is it. We're entering a world where you can absolutely not believe anything you see. And I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. You know, it's not going to stop me making art. It's not going to stop me writing. It's not going to stop me doing anything. Let me tell you. Not at all. And I think the more humans, you know, if you're the kind of person, you're a photographer or you're an artist and you think, all right, I'm going to stop doing this now because AI is taking my job. Well, let me tell you something. You weren't ever a photographer or an artist. You know, you were just you were a technician doing something in exchange for cash. That's my opinion, friends. Hot take. Maybe you don't like it. Guess what? Uncle Rob doesn't care. All right, let's. Then we moved on to today's unpopular opinion, which was quite a divisive one. I was actually very, very surprised by how evenly split it was on Instagram. It was 56% of people on Instagram said, true, it's better to have a job than no job at all. And I feel like, Natch, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like if we did this poll 20 years ago, it would have been 100% yes. Or even 30 years ago. Let's say 30 years ago, the 90s. You know? That whole ethic, work hard. Maybe not here in Spain. You guys here have a brilliant kind of work-life balance ethos. In Anglo cultures, we are so focused on working hard and you know what I mean? And it's dumb, because you end up wasting your whole life. Anyway, let's continue with what people were saying. A job which you love is not a job, so you don't hate your job, says Born to Iron Man. True story. I wouldn't want a job to hate. I cannot stand the anxiety dreams. It is PTSD. Yeah, I mean, most of us have to work in some respects, to pay the bills. I couldn't be unemployed right now. I couldn't be. Let's continue. It's generational, says Emily. The jobs I hate are the ones that don't pay a living wage. Ironically, it's the jobs I like that don't pay a living wage. I couldn't do the radio and live off of it. It's the other things that I do for fun that actually pay me. You know what I mean? Let's continue. Pedro, I prefer to think that I'd be using a job that I hate as a platform to find a job I enjoy. Being jobless is certainly worse. Born to Iron Man. Love your job and you won't have to work a day in your life. Can I tell you something, Born to Iron Man? If you've got a hobby that you absolutely love, turn it into a job, you'll start to hate it. I used to, I taught myself video editing and video compositing. I taught myself how to do all that. You know what I mean? I did go to university for media, but my media focus was in radio. And when I saw, when you see that radio's starting to die out a little bit, I thought, okay, let me learn the tricks of the trade when it comes to editing. And since then, I've gained a lot of experience, obviously. That's what I do for a living now. Let me tell you something. Hate it now. I dedicated maybe 6 years of my life to becoming a master at the Adobe suite when it comes to video editing and video compositing. 5-6 years, just a lot of time thrown into it, working on projects I knew I'd never get paid for until I was at a level where I was working for externals and earning money. Very quickly started to hate it. It was my passion until I started getting paid for it. You know why? Because you love doing what you do, because you do it for you, with no pressure, no kind of other people giving you opinions on how to do something. And then as soon as it's like I used to love design until I got paid to be a designer. We need the logo bigger. As soon as you start getting paid for it is the moment you start hating it. That's and that's just a fact of life, man. I think, for me anyway. Min. So yeah, love your job and never work a day in your life. I mean, you love your job on your first week, and then reality crashes in, and you realize, oh god damn it, this is it. 8 hours a day for the rest of my life. Come on. Min, it just depends on your financial situation. I think if you can afford it, obviously it's preferable not to work. But if you need money, you do what you have to. True story, Min. Can we get a global ProBoh approved? These guys are killing
ProBoh
it.
approved.
Dude, you guys are giving me some great opinions here, and I love how respectful you're being to each other. See what is needed and equal. That is what is needed, says Emily, because I said I equally love and hate my job to the exact same degree. That is what is needed, an equal love-hate relationship in a job. Yeah, I think so. I think that's really the best case scenario. Really. No job can really prevent you from looking for other jobs nowadays. So get the bad job and start looking for one you like, unless you're a millionaire. Simple as that. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment, Pedro. Generations do play a part, but also very much in the how long will I stay in a company department. Younger generations don't stay for 20 years in a company anymore. Wow. That's true. There's a lot more upward mobility. They always say this. I shouldn't say this while Natch is listening. If you want a pay rise, get another job. That's it. Because most companies aren't giving away pay rises anymore. And what young people are doing is they move companies, not because they don't like the company that they're in, but because they want to get more money. and then they jump from job to job, increasing in their pay bracket. I've never really played that game. I was a freelancer when I left Vaughan. I went directly into freelancing, and then I took a year off. Then I started working for being the editor-in-chief of a New York lifestyle blog, and then I came back here. Never played that game. I don't think it's in our mine and Natch's generation to be doing that. I don't think so, right, Natch? Did your parents stay in the same... Like, my grandfather, throughout all my life, stayed in the same job. He worked at a factory that made wool, one of the last textile factories in Yorkshire. And he stayed there his entire life. Retired. But that's when, when a wage, one person's wage would pay for an entire family, which is not the case anymore. Sad, man. Sad what's happening. Let's see. Let's continue reading. Is there really a job without drawbacks? I don't think so, says Pedro. How are you doing? How are you doing, Min? How are you doing, Rob? Fully recovered by now? Yeah, my ribs are almost 100%, just when the weather changes a little bit. And you know what, Min? I've been losing weight, apparently, so there's some good news. I can imagine you'd feel some small pains for quite a while still. Yeah, I do. Ravdos is here. How are you doing, Ravdos? Okay, no worries, Emily. We will see you tomorrow. Bay Urbanos, sadly, we have to eat to pay bills. We need the money, exactly. Humans are surprisingly good at losing all joy in something when it goes from you can do this to you must do this, says Min. Oh, ProBoh approved there.
ProBoh approved.
Yeah. As soon as you have to do something, you don't want to do something, but you have to do something, all joy disappears. That's how you kill art. That's why I don't take... People are constantly asking me, will you do a painting of my dog? Will you do a painting of my infant child? And I'm like, no, I don't do requests. Why? Why don't you? Because you could earn a lot of money. Why? Because I love painting. I don't want to hate it. As soon as I have to paint your kid or your dog, you're going to opine as to how the workers come. You're gonna opine about the style I'm using, about the colors. No. No. I don't do requests. Thanks. Let's continue. You said the word pressure. If they pay you for doing a job, they'd pressure you in one way or another, says Urs. True story, Urs. The Bridge. Do that unless you're a millionaire or get yourself a brain hemorrhage, says the Bridge. Born to Iron Man, your loving gives me a thrill. But if you're loving don't pay my bills, now give me the money. That's what I want. That's a lyric. I don't know from what song, Natch, but that is a lyric. I want money. Da, da, da. I don't know. It rings a bell from from something. Ravdos. No, I won't paint your ugly baby, says Ravdos. I only paint pretty things, says Min. I painted Richard Vaughan once. Is he a pretty thing? You know what we should do, Natch? Oh, it pains me because I'm enjoying this. We should reveal the results of the poll. Let's go for a drum roll. It was a 50-50 split in the chat. 50-50. So you're undecided. Is it better to have a job you hate than no job at all? Half of you said yes, half of you said no. She's surprising to me. I feel like did my grandfather enjoy working at a wool purification plant? It stunk. Like you could smell the factory for miles. It was awful. Did he enjoy that? I doubt it. I mean, there was obviously some satisfaction going to work, working with your hands. I've done that myself. And you come home at the end of the day, you got your family there and it's nice. And I'm sure he enjoyed his life, but did he enjoy his actual job? I doubt it. Isn't it punishment from God or something? You have to labor in the fields all day and punishment to Adam. I mean, think about that phrase from the Bible. You're condemned to toil in the fields. You know what I mean? Working, the idea that there's a job out there that is perfect for you is the exact same as thinking that there is one person out there that is perfect for you. That one true love. Let me tell you something. If your shoe falls off, Prince Charming is not going to come looking for you to put it back on. Same thing about that perfect job. It's not going to come looking for you. It doesn't exist. You know, everything has pros and cons. There is no black and white in the world, even though we make fun in the unpopular opinions and pretend that somewhere out there is the perfect situation. There is a yes or no answer. In reality, there is nothing but shades of grey in this world. And if you can get a lighter shade of grey in your work, then good for you. I feel like I've got a good mix. You know, I enjoy the people that I work with. I enjoy the media that I produce here and on the Lunchtime Show. You know, I enjoy a great part of my work. But there's a massive part that I hate as well. Massive part. You know what I mean? And that's just normal. That's normal, man. That's normal. And everybody feels the exact same way you do. Don't let it get you down. If you're in a job you hate, just remember, everybody else hates their job too. And if they tell you that they don't, trust me, they are lying. They are lying, because even if they're working in a field they love, in some ways, they hate it. Oh, man. Let's see what Min says. He's your boss, so he's one of the most gorgeous creatures you've ever laid eyes on, says Min, with regards to my portrait of Richard Vaughan. Money, that's what I want. The Beatles, thank you. Born to Iron Man. Oh, let's give him a nivelazo, please.
What? Que nivelazo.
So what Rob is saying is that we're keeping him at his job. When is Vaughan paying us? Yeah, you are. Honest to God, if my radio shows disappeared, I would quit. There is no way I would keep working here if the things that I enjoy the most about this job disappear. You know what I mean? I mean, you've got to make a choice for yourself, guys. You can't be one of... I mean, you look at these posts on LinkedIn or these inspirational posts on Instagram, and they make it sound like you're the one at fault because you experience really normal human emotions. Let me tell you something. It's normal to be depressed. It's normal to hate your job. It's normal to have to be in a relationship that isn't perfect. All these things are completely normal, guys. You know, don't over-dramatize it. Understand that you're a human being. You know? No job is perfect. No job is perfect. And is it better to have a job you hate than no job at all? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why? Because that money facilitates other things. And as we've discussed in the show before, money does indeed lead to happiness. Well, money buys pizzas and pizzas lead to happiness. I'm just going to, we just tie these things together. All right, let's go to today's 100 Humans. Oh my God, friends, it was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys. And on that walk, we encountered 100 humans and we asked them a question. Today's question was, tell me an article of clothing that is worn by both men and women. Tell me an item of clothing or an article of clothing that is both worn by men and women, a unisex item of clothing. I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the 7 most popular answers right here. Your job in the chat is to identify those top 7 answers. We've got a guest in the studio. Richard, what's an item of clothing worn by both men and women?
Wow, you've got me on that one. Undergarments.
Wow, we got a little spicy. We got a little spicy quite quick.
Well, that's a very generic word for.
So Richard says thong.
No, I didn't say thong. I said paños menores, undergarments.
Undergarments. Is undergarments there? No, it's not. Oh.
All right, but both men and women usually wear.
They do, but the 100 Humans, they weren't on board with that one. Okay, we've got Natch. What do you think?
Jeans.
Jeans. Jeans. Is jeans there? Yes, it is. Well done. Wow, we've got a lot of answers in the chat. Not one of them were jeans, Natch. Well done for you. That 24 of 100 humans. Natch, second place. Well done. Okay, so you've got one, guys. Natch has gotten you off the board. Let's continue. Min says socks, which kind of falls in the undergarment category.
No.
No?
Maybe stockings. No. Socks.
Worn by both men and women. You heard it here first, guys.
You remember how to spell socks?
S-O-C-K?
Eso sí que es.
Ah.
Eso sí que es.
Okay, is socks there? Is socks there? No, it's not. Oh. Okay, well done, Min. Joining us all the way from the Netherlands today. Ravdos joining us from North Carolina. He says a skirt. A skirt.
That's in Scotland only, where it's men or women.
Yeah, they don't like it when you call it a skirt. Out there.
A kilt. All
I
right.
remember once I went there for a wedding and I referred to the sporran as a handbag. Wow. Those guys got really angry. Anyway, let's continue. A skirt. Is a skirt there? No, it's not. Sorry, guys. A tie. A tie, says Ravdos. A tie. Is a
Some
tie.
women wear ties.
They
When
do?
they're business women, let's say. Some of them prefer to dress a bit in a masculine way.
But did the 100 humans agree?
No.
They didn't. Well done. Yeah, no. Tie's not there. Bay Urbano says a t-shirt. A t-shirt. It's there, Bayar. Well done. 15 of 100 humans said a t-shirt. You're killing it. Okay, guys, you've only got another 5 more to go. Trainers from the bridge. Trainers like training shoes.
Trainers means tennis shoes, right?
Yeah.
That's the British equivalent for tennis
Exactly.
shoes. Yeah.
Tennis shoes.
Yeah.
It's not there. Sorry, bridge. Guys, you have given me so many answers and so many of them are wrong. What's going on here? Urs says a hat. A hat. Urs, a hat. Is it there? Yes, it is, Urs. Well done.
What number is the hat? Do you know?
It's the 4th most popular answer with 9 of 100 humans saying a hat. Okay.
Okay.
Here we got a blazer. Guys, are you just looking at me and saying whatever I'm wearing? That's why Richard said stockings. You can see underneath the table. Okay, a hat. Did we do hat? Yeah, we got the hat. Okay. Let's see. A blazer. Is a blazer there? Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. Yeah, go on.
Really? What number?
A jacket.
Okay.
A jacket is there. A jacket is there. A blazer is a kind of jacket. You know,
Yeah.
women wear jackets, men wear jackets. It's there. And guys, who was it? Who said that? Ravdos is the number 1 answer. Oh my God. Well done, Ravdos. Number 1, 24 of 100 humans said jacket. Okay, guys, you've only got 3 left. Okay, let's see. Oh, Ravdos is on fire today. He says pants. Interesting thing about pants, right? Pants in where I'm from, they're trousers.
No.
Yeah. In Yorkshire.
Really?
Yeah. Just
Well,
like in the States.
In the U.S., pants is trousers.
Yeah. Just like in the
Trousers.
States. It's a weird anomaly. Yorkshire and and I think some parts of Ireland and the States. Pants are trousers.
Yeah.
Everywhere else in England, pants means gallumbos.
Means what?
Gallumbos.
I don't know gallumbos. That's new. I'm learning
It's
Spanish.
underwear.
Of
Yeah.
course. But,
Nachi's laughing.
but it's for women or men or both?
For men primarily. I would say it's more of a to refer
So
to
it's just
masculine
underwear, what we call underwear.
So is pants there? Meaning trousers, I think. Pants. Yes, it is. Well done, Ravdos. Okay, we're gonna go through a few of these. Okay, we've had panties, men, come on, and bra. Just because I wear them doesn't mean that all men wear them.
But do you say panties in the UK? You say knickers.
Knickers, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'd say panties if we wanted to be sexy. You wouldn't say, if you were on a date, you wouldn't say, what colour knickers are you wearing? It sounds weird and gross. Anyway, let's see. Bra, panties, cap, girdle, gloves.
You don't wear a girdle?
I don't. Yeah, I need one, apparently. Shoes, helmet, suspenders, scarf, heels, kilt.
Are you wearing
All
your
right.
heels today?
I am wearing my heels today. I've got an important meeting. I like to feel powerful. None of those are there, guys. None of those are there. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, but I do see belt. Do you see belt? Is belt there? Yes, it is. Well done.
What number is belt?
That's the 7th most popular answer, with 6 of 100 humans saying belt. Okay, you guys have got one more to get. Oh, you're not from North Carolina, you're from Illinois. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay, the last one. The 100 humans were a little despistado. They were a little confused today. I would consider this an item of jewellery. I would consider this... It's not a watch. Higher on the body.
A pendant.
A little higher still. It would hang from an extremity.
Earrings.
Earrings! Well done, Richard. It's there. It's the 5th most popular answer. All right, guys. You did it. Let's go through the list. Do we have time? Yeah, we do. Okay, in position number... in position number... 7. There we go. 100 humans. God, sorry, Natch. These guys. In position number 7, when I asked 100 humans to tell me an article of clothing that both men and women wear, in position number 7, we had belt. In position number 6, we had pants, meaning trousers. 8 of 100 humans said that. In position number 5, we had earrings. We're talking about 100 humans. That's jewelry. But 8 of 100 humans did say that one. In position number 4, we had hat. Hat, which could have been cap or a traditional sombrero or whatever. Hat. 9 of 100 humans said that one. In position number 3, we had t-shirt. A t-shirt. In position number 2, we had jeans. Jeans. And finally, in position number 1, we had jacket. Well done. All right. Oh my God, you guys are doing amazing work. How the ever-living F did earring make it over sneakers? I have no idea. The 100 humans, I asked them very early in the morning, as you guys know. All right, guys. Richard, thanks for joining me.
Pleasure.
That was awesome. Okay, guys, that's all we've got time for today. Let me remind you of one quick thing, guys. There's so many things you could have been doing today. But instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with Natch and I, and it means the absolute world. I will see you tomorrow.